Hey, what's up guys? My OnePlus 7T is out of date with Android 11, which is LineageOS version 18. That's in front of you right now. The security updates, I believe, stopped in January. If you run a OnePlus 7T, Oxygen OS support is also gone as of December, or the beginning of January as well. So you may want to consider using a custom ROM. Today we're going to be updating to the latest version of LineageOS. All the links will be in a pinned comment below. Just so you're aware up front, this is not a pro Google channel, so I will not be installing gaps in this install video. You should be able to see on your screen right now my command line, and it has the files that are in the folder. Right now I have LineageOS 19.1. That's going to be the first one that I install here just for demonstration purposes. I recommend backing up all of your information. I have basically nothing left on this phone, but this is supposed to be a non-restrictive or non-destructive way of updating your LineageOS. We'll see. I have the clock over on the second page over here. We can go through, we can check my alarms. I have a ton of alarms set. So you will be able to validate that nothing on this is actually going to be destroyed in the updating process. I'm going to be doing this in Linux, which means that I have Android tools already installed on the system. If you're using Windows, you will just need to unzip the latest ADB and fastboot in the same folder that you have the LineageOS version that you will be updating to. You'll need to open up a PowerShell window, preferably with admin permissions, in that same folder with the LineageOS installation version and ADB and fastboot. This process should be relatively simple. I'll pull up the instructions really quickly so you can see how simple they are. Basically, you just need to run ADB reboot sideload and ADB sideload and then the path to the zip. We'll see how well this works and if I have to do any kind of troubleshooting. First things first, we need to go into the settings for this phone, and you can go through using the normal menu, or this drop down has a little settings thing at the top. Go down to the bottom of this page, About Phone, scroll to the bottom of About Phone and hit the build number 7 times. This is really simple. It's asking for my PIN. Alright, that's done. Now we've enabled developer mode. You can go back from here. Then you go into System, find Developer Options, and then you need to enable USB debugging right here, and click OK. It will ask for permissions, or it should if your USB port is working correctly. It didn't do it right away, so I'm going to send a command over to it, ADB devices. Alright. Okay, so maybe it didn't do that because it recognizes my computer because I did a little bit of a pre-flight test. So this is a trusted device. Normally there should be a little menu option here that says, do you trust the computer that you're connected to? You click always remember and then click OK, and it will go from there. Now the instructions, we're just going to go right off the instructions right here. Run ADB reboot sideload, and it will reboot into a menu where we will be able to sideload. I hope that this takes us into the recovery mode, and it did. It took us into recovery mode and it took us into the sideload menu, and then you type in ADB sideload, then you need the path to the zip. In this case we're going to do LineageOS 19, and it will run through this process. I'm going to pause the video right here and I will see you on the other side when this is done sideloading. It's going to hang at 47% because I believe it's done verifying, and then it will move on into installation. Alright, the process is done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reboot the system now to go in and see how things are working to make sure that this was non-destructive as advertised. Alright, and it looks like it's non-destructive. That's definitely my desktop background. That's definitely my PIN, and it did not save my configuration. Did save my text messages, and it looks like it saved my alarms. So it is non-destructive. It does modify your settings a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and update to Android 13 now using the same method, and then we'll see what that looks like. Alright, we're done, so I'm just going to reboot, and we'll go in and verify the Android version. Alright, everything seems to be working just fine. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, go ahead and leave a thumbs down. Leave a comment below, and glad you're watching on this channel. So I'm going to input my PIN and put the phone right back down here. Double check. We can see the alarms are still in place, and we can go and verify the Android version. In Android 13, the top panel is a little bit different. Let's see, I believe it should be in System, and it is in System. Right down here we can see Updater, updated to Android 13. That's the same as LineageOS version 20. So this is the most up-to-date version. I'm sure that LineageOS will support with software through version 20. There remains an open question if they will support this device through Android 14, but it's a pretty powerful phone. Actually, I see no reason to upgrade from the OnePlus 7T. It served me very well. Thanks for stopping by. This is Nick, signing out.